So what's going on, guys? Brian Pickowitz here at BP Fitness, and today is a very busy day. So I'm rocking the new BP Fitness Give It All shirt. I've been already edited the vlog, posted the vlog, getting it ready for today's official vlog launch. And today I have a lot of things planned, and to be honest, I've kind of screwed up a couple things. So I don't know about you, but sometimes I don't plan things out that well. I'm not really good at being on time. That's my biggest flaw. And what's happening right now is I need to get Lindsey's gift. I also need to get Lindsey's gift from my parents because we're kind of giving her both the same things. And at the same time, I need to train. I need to go get myself some dress clothes because I have a wedding graduation to go to, and I have to go train a client in about 3 hours. So here we go. So what's going on, guys? Brian here, and I'm going to do a voiceover for this part. So I started this movement, actually this exercise, it was inspired by Seth Feroci's Arm Day video that I watched right before this. Actually the night before this, but nonetheless, it started with V-bar pushdowns. So I'm trying to do two movements here, one where I'm kind of pushing out in front, and then when I'm pulling my arms behind me, really trying to hit the long head of my tricep and really maximize the movement the most I can to pump as much blood as I can. Now what I did secondly was a low row cable bicep curl. So I'm doing this on the low row seated cable row machine, and I'm trying to stretch and squeeze my biceps. This is a great movement to exchange for barbell curls, and I was able to really get the maximum stretch and squeeze there without cheating. It's worth trying for about 4 sets of 10 to 12 reps, and then I moved to a single arm reverse cable pull down. Or push down rather. I'm doing a reverse hand to try to hit a different aspect of my tricep, trying to hit the outer part a little bit more, but at the same time this helps me kind of balance out any of the proportionalities, or for lack of a better term, imbalances that my body has. And it's going to be the same with this next movement here, the cable bicep curl. I have a weak front double bicep. That is my weakest pose when it comes to bodybuilding, and so by doing this movement I'm able to stretch and squeeze and get the most of the inner head of the bicep. I actually ended up doing 6 sets on my left side and 4 sets on my right side to try to balance this out, but this movement's really great and you can really get a great stretch and squeeze on those points, especially if it's a weak pose for you. Now my long head of my tricep is a weak point as well, and so with overhead extensions like this, I'm trying to maximize the pump and get the most feel out of it. This is something I do about 4 sets of 20 reps on, and it really helps me get the most out of it rather than doing dumbbells, which usually hurts my shoulder. Now there's many ways that you can do hammer curls. Some people choose to do ropes, some people choose to do straight up. I like to go across the body. So as you can see, I'm doing across the body, one arm at a time, trying to also squeeze the dumbbell as tight as I can to really hit that bicep brachialis on my forearm, or brachioradialis, I'm sorry. But when you're actually doing this, it's important that you're not swinging too much weight. Obviously, I use a little bit of momentum, but I'm not also, hitting like the 80 pounds. That delicate balance of weight is gonna be what matters. And then a preacher curl machine here. I like to go a little bit wider on this. It's going to hit a little bit more of your outer bicep. I think when it comes to arms, there's that balance of volume and weight. So if you can find a way to really maximize the contraction, maximize the way you're moving it, that would be what I would suggest. Moving your hands out a little bit further, it's going to hit more of the outer part of your bicep, whereas if you're closer in, it's going to hit more of the inner. I think that a lot of times with arm training, we overthink it all. There's too many things that we think as far as variables, but something like this can always be added. One of my favorite tricep movements now is an incline skull crusher or French press, trying to bring the weight slightly back and really focus the movement in my triceps coming up, not allowing myself to overly extend or hurt my elbows, but trying to keep that healthy angle where it's all in the triceps. I can't do close grip bench, it bothers my shoulder, so this has been kind of the heavier movement that I've added to make up for that. And then what I do is I try to go into a quick close grip press, trying to get as much blood into the triceps as possible to really get the most out of this workout as possible. So I thought it was only fair to give my current clients first access to these shirts because they're the people who I had tapped to get their ideas about what they would like to see on the shirts. They helped me produce them in the sense of, you know, getting feedback, because I use them for consumer feedback to see which ones they liked, which ones they didn't. And they're really the driving force behind everything I do. I tell them, you know, I've worked with so many clients, and the reason why I'm motivated to keep pushing is because I have so many people who are dependent on my you know, my motivation, my drive, and my quote-unquote success, whatever that means to you, you can define. But you know, these people who are my clients are looking to me to push them, and so I can't really back down. So they motivate me to constantly be you know, moving forward. And so I gave them first access to buying these shirts, and just the first day alone, I've already sold about 30% of the inventory. So that's just on one day. So if you guys are interested in buying these, you know, make sure that you either message me or comment below. So you're watching this, you'll be watching this on Saturday, or whenever you're watching it. But so just so you have an idea, I have a very limited inventory. I'm trying to build it small first, and then get into bigger products and get into more products. So these are the first product launches. But if you do want one, please comment below or message me, because I know that they're going to go very fast. And I ordered the sizes that I thought most people would need or would be popular. I bought more shirts for, you know, the women's sizes and certain ones and so on than I did on the men's. So give me some feedback if you do want one. I think that they're really good products. They fit perfectly and they're very comfortable to lift in. So it's my official unbiased review, because if I didn't like them, I would probably send them back. But so now we are off to the grocery store. So the worst part about my life, if it's a bad part, is that I'm always fucking late. So we gotta get out of here fast and get our food and get moving, because I need to get the stuff for Lindsey. I feel like I'm almost at a point where I'm not gonna make it in time. So like I might end up just shipping it up tomorrow and grabbing that stuff. But let's see what we can do, okay? Let's start running. So what's going on, guys? So ate everything I could, got my meals prepped. Now I'm on my way to go train Mike, and then I gotta go to the wedding. Now, if you guys are watching this, you're probably like, oh, whatever happened to shopping? Well, I decided not to go shopping because I was feeling really stressed out, and sometimes I get overwhelmed and stressed about things that don't matter, and I get really frustrated when I get stressed out, or if I'm running extremely late or things aren't going the right way. I'll not shut down, but like it really puts a lot of tension on me, and I didn't want to be in a position where it's all windy out with this hair. I didn't want to be in a position where you know, I was, I guess, in a bad mood. Is like, is this worth it? Is like, you know, is me going down to Salem, coming back, going up north, worth the stress it's gonna add to my life? Are there more important things I could be doing? So I decided to not go, decided to message clients back, get some certain things set up, like with the channel and, you know, certain business aspects, and I feel much better. And so I guess the thing is like when you're stressed out and you're overwhelmed, don't be afraid to disconnect and put things in order, because in the end, it's only gonna make you feel more stressed. It's only gonna add, you know, anxiety to your day, and that's not what you need. So now I gotta go train Mike. I'm gonna show you his deadlift though, because it's exciting stuff, so check this out. Yep, one. What's going on, guys? So that was Mike getting a good deadlift, good pull. He actually ended up pulling 245, which is solid numbers for his second day deadlifting. Really proud of him, you know, and I think that one thing I want to do is I want to give a special shout out. So I do want to shout out Mike. Mike, if you watch this, I'm proud of you. I know that you're making a lot of strides forward, but who I really wanted to give a shout out is to, so Kelly. If you watch this vlog, maybe she doesn't, but if you guys, you know, if I could give you one thing, it's that progress happens everywhere. And so my client Kelly and I have been working together for like 6 months, and it's been a real struggle, I'm not gonna lie, and I think she would own up to that too. It's been something that has taken a lot of time and a lot of effort, and she is coming from a place where it was just a matter of getting back into the gym, getting back to being healthy, and feeling confident again. And so her big goal was trying to run a 5K. She wanted to do it. She's never been able to run a 5K. She had a lot of, you know, health issues in the past, and it was always something she wanted to do, but she couldn't. So what happened was she set a goal of running a 5K in our time together, and that was one thing we were working towards. And so she ran her first 5K. Here's her picture. And what I want to do is, you guys might have seen this Instagram post, but she sent me this message afterwards, and it really meant a lot to me. And what I want to say is, like, you know, obviously I'll talk to these, you know, any of my clients, I'll talk to them, I'll get their messages, I'll get all these different things, but like to actually know, like, you're making a huge difference in someone's life is like the most gratifying thing, because a lot of times it's easy to look at, you know, like the progress you're making, or like maybe you're not making progress and maybe you can't see it. But like, to know from my standpoint that like what I'm doing is making a difference is like extremely, extremely gratifying, and I'm extremely blessed for that. So now we got a wedding to go to. Do I bring BP Fitness or not? We'll have to see. So major key, having your food prepped. I have about 240 grams of brown rice, and I have 8 ounces of beef. This makes it so I can enjoy myself tomorrow when Lindsay has her graduation party, and at the same time I don't have to cheat on my diet. So a little bit of teriyaki soy sauce, if you guys can see that. I don't know what I'm getting in frame. Oh, I got it on my pants. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna eat this, and then we got a wedding. Boom zooms. So what's going on, guys? So you're wondering probably, well, that wasn't much of a wedding, so it was hard to record, so I figured I would just kind of extend it to now, which is
my graduation day.
Woohoo! So, as you saw in the thumbnail, Lindsay is graduating, and that means that we are off to UNH. So obviously we're running late, because I can never be on time.
So my vlog just said.
But so now we are going to UNH, so I'll see you in a second. So, this is Bob.
Hello.
And how does it feel to graduate?
Feels amazing.
Amazing.
Class is on the left side.
Lindsay got on the Jumbotron.
I did. That was my only goal.
That was the only goal.
walking
Only
in.
goal of graduation is Jumbotron.
Yeah, and we were on it for a solid 15 seconds.
She dabbed, double dabbed, which most people aren't allowed to do. George Costanza got in trouble for double
Really?
dabbing.
Oh.
Double dipping.
Oops.
It's kind of a joke.
Okay.
But so now we're on our way.
We're gonna eat cake today and
We're gonna
margaritas.
eat cake and margaritas. So we'll show you those in a second. All right. 3,
2,
1,
boom.
boom. So we are here, and we're sitting out here outside the house, outside this nice little lake house. We're smoking cigars. We got Nate here, and we have Manny Mayhem and Al. We screwed Al. We did. We tried doing this without a cigar cutter and without a good lighter, and it's just not worked out well. So we should have planned better. We're gonna go and have a good time. I'm gonna leave you guys here, and this is gonna be the end of the vlog. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. The big thing I want to talk to you guys about in this whole thing is just, you know, being present. I didn't take a lot of time with the camera. I tried to, obviously focus on the things I was doing, but I really appreciate you guys tuning in, subscribing to this channel and just joining us on this journey. It's been a great day. I'm really happy for Lindsay. I'm really happy for my cousin Jacob for his wedding, and we will see you in the next video. I can't do it. I can do it. Boom Zeus.